This is first video in a series of videos that I'm going to be making in over the next several months probably on a Honda Ruckus build that I'm doing. It's going to be a ground up build. I've already acquired some of the parts for it. I got this frame here, and I've shaved a bunch of stuff off of it already, and filled in some holes and strengthened some gussets. There's a couple of pieces that I don't know if I'm going to shave off yet, and that's this piece right here and this one, just because I don't know if I'm going to need them later on. But I shaved off a bunch of other stuff, the tail light bracket in the back, and completely stripped it because I'm going to send these parts to powder coat a candy red. And I went ahead and ordered another frame from Babbitt's online. Brand new frame that'll be sent to get powder coated as well. And last weekend I went and I picked up the Ruckus engine, and I completely tore it down because I'm gonna paint the engine itself, paint it black. And also I wanted to rebuild a lot of stuff that I thought might be a problem, because when I did take off the exhaust, I noticed there was some oil in the exhaust outlet. So I was going to go ahead and just replace the rings and the piston and all of the gaskets. And I also ordered some other parts. Ordered a brand new seat, and ordered a battery box for it, the front and the back. I also ordered a new harness for it, and mounts for the seats and some other stuff. This is going to be a complete build from the bottom up. You know, a lot of people told me it would probably been cheaper just to buy a new one or a used one online, but I'd end up doing all this stuff to it anyways. So, and I want to make sure it's done right the first time. I did order the Password JDM foot pegs in red, and the dress-up kit for all of the bolts in red as well. And that's going to be the theme or main color of the bike, the candy red on the framing, and then a lot of candy red or anodized red components. Otherwise, everything else is going to be black. And I got these for the rear tire, which I think are not going to work. I think this is for in case you did the GY6 swap, and I'm sticking with the regular engine. So I'm going to see if I can modify the rear hub to use these. I still got to order a lot of stuff. Like I say, this is the beginning stages. I still got to order the wheels and tires and the handlebars and the rear or the forks and brakes, a bunch of wiring, headlights, and some other components, some stuff that I'm going to do. I'm going to reupholster the rear seat with some red bride upholstery, and just a bunch of other stuff. It's going to be a lot of money, so like I say, I'm going to buy as much as I can, a little at a time, and get it put together. But it's going to take several months to do. So it'll be the Honda Ruckus build. Back to working on the Ruckus. I got my wheels in, got my new tires, Kendas. I've also started to primer the frame, which I shaved, But I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this or cut this piece off right here, because I've seen a lot of guys online just mount the attachment for that piece onto the motor, and the motor is actually done. I painted it black. I got the man in the box cover, 6-speed dress up washers, stainless bolts, modified Kimco hub, and did put the larger studs so I can put the wheel bolts or wheel nuts. And just need a couple of more things I've ordered for this engine. I still need the carburetor and order the silicone hoses and the silicone radiator hoses. I did order a bunch of other things. I got this primered. I got the frame primered as well, smoothed out. And here's a box of other stuff that I have. NCY kickstand. I got the coolant handles, brake handles. Composimo stretch kit, that's used. I got the controls off of a different scooter, can't remember the name of it now. NCY shock and throttles and everything else. There's just, like I say, a couple of more things that I need in order to finish it. But today I'm going to paint, which means I got the Duplicolor Candy Red, prep spray, the gloss, and the base coat. I also ordered some gold pearl from Custom Paint Pearls online on eBay, and I'm going to put that in the clear, and hopefully that'll make it look nice. So let's see what this does. So I got the gas tank painted. Also started the wiring, and got the handle, the grips, and the controls all hooked up. These here are from a PCX 125, a 2011. So I'm probably gonna have to figure out the wiring on them so I can hook it up. I've never done any wiring on a Ruckus, so I'm kind of winging it here, and I'm have to order the book so I can figure out what all these are for. I kind of figured out some of the stuff. I think that's for the tail light. I still got to order the tail light. And this is for the ventilation valve. This guy, but that's the piece that used to be mounted like right here somewhere. And I shaved the mounting bracket, so I got to figure out where to mount this, somewhere down in there somewhere. Got a fuel filter installed already. Using a lot of the dress-up washers to put everything together, just to make it look a little nicer. And I know all this stuff's going to be all covered up, but you know, it's going to make it look nice. I got the back end pretty much mounted on. Got the NCY shock. Haven't adjusted it yet, so I don't know where I want it. A Yoshimura exhaust. It didn't come with a bracket, and it's kind of floppy in there, so I'm gonna have to figure something else out. Got the coolant reservoir on. I still gotta hook up the lines for the radiator hoses, but they haven't come yet. And right here I've got a little bit of a problem. I have like a paper, you know, width in between the tire and that filler hole, and I'm not sure how to fix that. So if any of you guys know how to either space the wheel, or you know, I don't know, gotta figure something else out. Also got to order all the hoses from Man in the Box. I'm gonna get red silicone hoses. Yeah, almost done. Alright, so here's where we're at on the Ruckus. I finished painting it. Now I know I said I was going to originally get the frame powder coated, but I went ahead and painted it because I couldn't get a gold pearl on the powder coat. So I went ahead and painted it, and came out really nice. I like the way it came out. Actually, it looks more orange in the sunlight. When in darker conditions, it looks a little bit more red, candy red. I got the front end on. Started putting on the brackets. The only thing I screwed up on was this right here. I mounted it too far back, so I'm gonna have to pull it apart and re-drill a hole on there. Basically, on these, there's a small pin that stops it from rotating on the handlebars, and you can kind of see it in there, right there. And you have to drill a small hole inside the on the handlebar so it doesn't turn. I got the rear wheel on. Engine is almost done. I ordered some more parts for it. Got the kickstand on, and I got all the bolts on. And we're going to continue assembling. Alright, so got the battery box on and finished doing some wiring in there. I got the coil and the plug and made a cap for that. Had to make a special bracket for this valve here. I run out of some cash though, because I need a couple more things. I need the headlight and the turn signals, mirrors, and a couple of other things that are missing. Finally got the rear tail light on. I just gotta wire it up. So here it is. It's pretty much done. I got the headlight on, and got the turn signals on the front, and I've pretty much completed all the wiring. There's a couple of wires I don't know where they go to, so I got to do a little bit more routing, see where everything goes. I had to make a custom bracket for the coil and for the fuel pump. You can see it. Also got the carburetor installed. They still need the air filter. Put a new Password JDM pulley on there, and got the exhaust finally hooked up. Made a custom bracket out of stainless steel. And got the Man in the Box bottle cap oil cap cover, and got the flasher installed. I also got a Password JDM key cover right there. I got right now I have the battery charging. I had it hooked up, and I checked the light, the headlight worked, the brake light worked, the horn worked, and I tried turning it on, but it was just kind of clicking, so I'm thinking the battery needs to be charged. Once I charge it up, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I have everything hooked up. I still don't have any fuel in it or oil or anything. Just want to see if it turns over. Okay, so looks like I pretty much got it done. Everything's working on it. The headlights work. I finally got the turn signals to work. And basically all I had to do was get on eBay and buy this flasher, which is adjustable. Also, I got, what else? I finally got it to start. I did buy a new filter for it, but it's too small, so I had to order another one. I'd have to adjust, I think I might have to adjust the jetting on it, because I think it's running really rich on it. Another thing that I need to do is seal up, looks like the casing right here, because it's dripping. And what else do I need to do? I need to order the mirrors. Those should be coming in next week. Otherwise, everything is all done on it. Got the coolant in, oil, fuel. Just like I say, last minute things needed to adjust the carburation. Might need to get me a jet kit to get it adjusted, because it's running rich, like I say. And it starts. So yeah, it starts. Just a little couple of small things that I got to do. The only thing I think that I didn't do, which I originally planned, was to get this seat covered with Bride racing seat material. I couldn't find the right one that I liked, so I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. I gotta figure out a way to get it registered. And I got everything that's make it street legal. I got, you know, the tail light and signals working, headlight. I just need to get the rear view mirrors. I got to tighten up, I think, yeah, this part here I need to tighten up. It's loose. But other than that, I mean, that's nothing. So it looks like it's done for the most part. I hope you liked watching this build. If you guys would subscribe and like this video, I would surely appreciate it.